assembly instructions for the project that I have named A String of Christmas Lights. In the file you'll find 3 different versions. This is the shorter one, so it's got a smaller panel here, and this is the middle-sized one. It's slightly bigger, and then this one is the longer one. So all 3 of them have the same diameter, and they all go together the exact same way. The one I'm working on right now is the smallest size. So I'm just folding down on all the score lines for my main piece. I've got the 6 score lines for the hexagon in the middle. And then I have the score lines at the end of each one of those triangular shapes. And then I have the 6 arms that radiate from the center. I have the 3 tabs on the side. And then those 2 horizontal score lines. I'm just moving along my shape, folding down on all those score lines. Next I'm putting glue on this tab, and I'm bringing the cut edge of this triangle right to the score line on my tab. That forms the point of my light, and I'm going to move to the next 6 tabs that go all the way around. I'm just putting glue from the score line to the edge, bringing the adjacent panel right to that score line. Make sure the cut edge is right against the score line of the tab. And I'm working my way around all 6 of those tabs, doing exactly the same thing. So now that I've glued all of those tabs down, I'm moving upwards on my shape. For the next level, I have 2 tabs. I'm putting glue on both of them. And then I am positioning the top pieces so that they even at the top and that the cut edge is against my score line. And then I'm going into that lower tab and I'm applying pressure, making sure that the cut edge of that diagonal cut is right against the score line of my tab. So I'm going to work around my shape doing that with all 6 sets of tabs. So now for the last one, my tabs are a little bit tucked under, so I'm just going to carefully pull them away and then tuck them under again and glue those tabs in place. And so then I have my little cap piece. Now for my cap piece, there's a little cutout in the center. I'm using my Cricut tool just to poke that piece out. I'm folding down on all 6 sides of my shape. And then there's a little score line on the left-hand side of every single one of these little squares. So I'm just rotating my shape and folding down on the tabs. So next I have 2 of these pieces, little circles with little tails on them, and I'm putting glue on the underside of one of them, but just around the circular part, just forming a circle with my glue, and then I'm gluing the other one right on top. The 2 tails are on top of one another, and those circles are glued together like so. And then I'm putting my nail right at the base of the circle piece, and I'm just folding. I'm temporarily bringing those tails together again and pushing them through the cutout that's in the center of that green piece. And then I'm pushing it through, and then I'm bringing the tails flat onto the underside of my green piece. So I'm putting glue on the underside of both of those tabs. I'm gluing them down flat onto the underside of my piece, making sure that my circular piece is at a 90-degree angle. I'm putting glue on one of the tabs from the score line to the edge, and then I'm bringing the adjacent side right to the score line of the tab, like so. And I'm working my way around my shape, gluing in all 6 sides the exact same way. So then I'm just capping it off with its little green holder. And so for something a little bit different, I've designed one with filigree cutouts on the larger panels. And so I've just folded down on those score lines exactly as I did for the other version. For this version, I've cut out 6 pieces of vellum, and I'm carefully putting glue all around my cutouts, and then I'm covering them with that vellum, and I'm doing that for all 6 panels. So now that my vellum is adhered to the inside, I'm going to assemble my light exactly as I've been doing all along for the others. So I've assembled my Christmas light and the little cap, and then I have this round LED balloon light, and I'm going to insert it inside and put the cap on, and then we're going to close the lights, and there you go. I mean, you could still use it inside the ones without the cutouts, but it certainly isn't as dramatic.